So yesterday, me and my friend made the most retarded decision to go outside when we knew the weather would most likely screw us over. Yeah, this story is about weather again, or nature, whatever. Most likely human error because we were retarded and we don't check if the weather's gonna be horrible before we go out. But oh well. So I asked him at like 1 o'clock if he would like to go on an adventure. Since last time we did this, we went to the next town or two. I honestly don't remember. But he says yes. So I get ready. I go outside and we meet up. Then we basically start riding and the wind is horrible. Just keep in mind the wind is just horrible. So we're riding. We go to a spot in my town that's like well known, and we see these kids, but we feel like we're gonna get murdered by them. So we run. Not really run. We bike away. Sounds so gay, but oh well. We bike away to the some straight path, which is apparently right next to a cemetery. I never knew that. And then we go up a hill and we see the cemetery, so we just decide to go in the cemetery. And then, knowing our stupid selves, we go out of the cemetery, we go back, we go see if they're there. They're not there. So we just decide to go on some ghetto trail. I don't know how to explain it. It's literally like a dirt path that leads us honestly I don't know where it led us, but it led us somewhere farther away from where we were to begin with. So we go right off that dirt trail, and then we go right again. And guess where that leads us? It leads us straight back to the cemetery. Knowing how retarded we are, we basically just went in a giant circle. So then we're like, oh screw it, we'll just go straight. So we're going straight, and the weather just starts to get worse. It keeps raining on and off, but it's not like horrible rain yet. Then we go and we find this we just go mess around for the next hour or two. We start heading back to go home, and when we get back into my town, the weather suddenly hates us. It just goes full on wind, full on freezing rain, and not to mention it was 30 degrees or 40 degrees yesterday, so it was freezing, and we're just wearing the thinnest clothing, and we're biking all the way back to town. It was the worst idea. Our hands were literally turning purple. Mine were purple at one point, I think, but I think it was just very bright red. I just couldn't see it well. But literally my knees and my hands were bright red. So we had to literally stop at the top of a hill because the wind is killing us. It's freaking pouring. And we're sitting there just freezing. We literally turn to the wall so we don't get wind blown at us and crap. But it didn't really work that well. So we get our bikes, we go back up, and then we start heading straight for our houses again. This time it's downhill, and of course we have to go fast so it's even more cold. And then we basically get to his house and he leaves. This is where it gets even worse for me. I'm heading home from his house basically straight, and it just suddenly starts kicking me in the whole body. Half the time I had to walk the bike because the wind would not allow me to ride my bike straight. So I'm just sitting there walking for the next probably hour to get home. I get to a park and I literally have to go behind a building so wind wouldn't hit me, and I stay there for a good 10 minutes just dying of coldness. And my hands, I could not feel my hands, and I couldn't even feel my freaking knees or my legs. So then I continue to go back home. I'm on like the final stretch, and I feel my body just start to like collapse, but it doesn't collapse. It's like just utter pain walking for that long. And then I get basically to my street, and I'm like so happy to be home. But when I get in my house, I'm just freezing. Like, have you ever like touched warm water or hot water after having frostbite on your hands? Yeah, it's horrible. Well, that's basically the end of the story. Never go outside when it's 40 degrees out and your town is like bipolar with the weather. If you like the video, like the video. If you don't like the video, don't like the video. I don't care. Subscribe also. Would help me out a lot, since I'm the only one who makes actual videos on this channel. Yeah, Sal, you heard me. Bye, guys.
She gushing her award shows, chilling with all my bros. 3-piece, Ralph Lauren, and some Jordans, I suppose. Hey yo, how you keep it so real? I love the way your lyrics make me feel. Roll it and get high, light it up and fly, feeling like I'm 30,000 feet up in the sky.